Hey everyone, it's Rick Becker with End Unfair Property Tax. We're back again with part 6 in the video series. This is entitled Why the Confusion? So what I'm talking about here is elected officials in North Dakota who are under the wrong impression of what this measure does and what the concerns might be about it. The big concern is, of course, local control. And as a local elected official, city, county commission, and so forth, it is their job to make sure that things are done properly, that they have the tools they need to conduct the business that's necessary. So if there are concerns, they do need to raise them. But here's the thing. It seems to be that the confusion is so prevalent. And I think it's honest misunderstanding. I don't think it's intentional. I don't think it's intentionally telling people the wrong thing. So let's go through a couple of things here. I have some quotes. The first is, it would make property tax illegal and the city couldn't do specials. So true statement, it would make property tax illegal. I mean, it would just take it away. But the fact that this mayor in North Dakota is saying the city couldn't do specials is just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. There's nothing in the measure. In fact, we expect that the cities and counties will do specials. You see, what's happening here, folks, is that with this measure, the state, with all of its extravagant spending, is going to take a portion of the wasteful spending and replace property tax at levels of 2024 levies, which means at the level of what you're paying in 2025. So it's just going to take what was levied in 2024 and replace it. And then anything that's necessary to continue with local government above that level of budget, above that level of revenue, the cities and counties would need to raise that additional revenue. They'll continue getting what they levied in 2024. Anything more than that, they'll need to raise by sales tax, by infrastructure fees, by assessments, by bonding. All of these things will still be in place. So when we see this quote that the city won't be able to do specials, that's just flat out wrong. It's just a clear misunderstanding. It's really shocking because this is a significant measure for all of us in North Dakota. So here's another quote. This is from a city commissioner. We won't be able to fund any new schools because it will prevent us from bonding. So the way it works, when you want a new school, a city wants a new school, they put it up for a vote. And then that basically you're taking on debt and you're going to repay it commonly with property tax. It goes to a vote of the people. West Fargo just voted no. Hillsborough just voted no. Many other people have voted yes. It depends on what people perceive as the needs for their schools. But if you do need to have revenue for building new schools, bonding is still in place. This does not take away bonding. It takes away the type of bond that's tied to property tax, because property tax won't exist. So it takes that away, but you can still do bonding. You can do other types of general obligation bonds. You can do revenue bonds. Okay. There's many ways to skin a cat. This just takes one little aspect of doing it away. It does not take away bonding. Bonding is necessary. Just like the mayor talked about assessments, it doesn't take assessments away. So let's go to the next one. There's a state legislator that said, and this is a good guy, but he said this initiative is going to take local authority away from them, meaning the city and county, and put it in the hands of the legislature. Who decides how much money each county, city, and township gets? Now, this is critically important. I can't tell you how many times I've been repeating this because this is the crux of the matter. No control is given to the state legislature. Remember, in the measure, it says the state legislature will replace what was levied in 2024. Again, what you pay in 2025. It will replace that. He says or asks, who decides how much money each county, city, township gets? Well, nobody decides. The measure basically decided it's what was levied in 2024. Take a look. The treasurer and tax commissioner, there's a little booklet here. This is from a 25-page booklet they put out every year. Many tables in it, all sorts of information. If we just go to page 2 of table 5, right here, subtotal, ad valorem taxes. Ad valorem means based on the value. So when you're taxed based on the valuation of, say, your house or what have you. Let's pick Burleigh County, $141 million. Cass County, $328 million. There, who made the decision? The measure did. It's right there. It's right there. So this aspect, this concern about the legislature making these decisions and giving favors and their subjectivity, east versus west, urban versus rural, none of that exists. None of that is taken away. Okay, I want to be very clear. Locals retain full control. The state replaces what they levied in 2024 as a flat number. That's it. Anything that the locals need to raise beyond that, they still can by way of sales tax, assessments, infrastructure fees, bonding. They have all of these things at their disposal so that the citizen will keep what they're paying in 2025 in their pocket year after year after year after year. And the increases, the small increases, or big in certain cases, they will still do by these other means. And these other means, the sales tax, infrastructure fees, assessments, and bonding, these are much more transparent and accessible to the average voter. You can see what's going on in your commission meetings. You can have public input. You can take it to a vote of the people. This is way better than property tax. So again, I tell you, total control retained. When elected officials are telling you these things, please correct them or please have them get in touch with me. Because what we need here is not a fight, not an argument, but an honest dialogue. And if they are under the impression that local control is taken away, I want to explain the measure to them. If they know what the measure does and they still say these things, well, then that's on them. That's dishonest. But I think most of them, if not all of them, are just expressing what they see as real concerns because they don't know yet. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for tuning in.